This is the ASICS Gel-Kayano 31 and this is the ASICS GT-2000 version 13. They're both premium stability shoes as part of the ASICS brand, but they do completely different things. They feel completely different on your foot and they should be used for different types of activity, whether that's walking or running. I'm going to break down these for you in a very simple method today, and by the end of the video you'll have a better idea of which stability shoe might work best for you. So first of all, we're going to talk about the amount of cushioning in the shoe. So you've got more cushioning and a different type of cushioning in the Gel-Kayano 31. So you've got 40mm of cushioning at the back and the rear foot of the shoe, and you've got 30mm of cushioning in the forefoot, whilst in the GT-2000 version 13 you've got 36mm of cushioning in the rear foot, 28mm of cushioning in the forefoot, giving you an 8mm drop versus a 10mm drop in the 31. Then when it comes to how the cushioning feels, so you've got a much more plush cushioning in the Kayano 31. So what that means is as you initiate heel contact or as you put pressure into the shoe, you tend to sink into the shoe. It feels a bit more cloud-like, really soft, really padded. When you apply the same amount of pressure into the GT-2000, it's much firmer, much snappier. It wants to push you back out, give you a bit more bounce. So if you're looking for, say, more up-tempo runs, this would be fitting more with the GT-2000. If you're looking to go for longer walks, standing on your feet all day, or long steady runs, then this type of cushioning tends to work best that you find in the Kayano 31. Then in terms of the stability, they have a 3D guidance system in the GT-2000 and they've got a 4D guidance system in the Kayano. So where the key differences lie are in both shoes you've got some sole flare, so where the sole comes out wider than the base to give you extra stability. You've got a wide midfoot, again increasing that base's support. Then in the Kayano 31 you've got what they call a 4D guidance system, which is this little bit in the midfoot. Now this is a different type of cushioning within the midsole, so it's a more resilient cushioning. So as your foot moves inward, what you get is some resistance to it via this resilient cushioning that pushes your foot back out, so it helps to reduce or control those pronation forces. And then it has a really nice lateral sole flare on the outside of the shoe, and as your foot gets pushed back out, it resists it from going out too far, keeping your foot really centered in the shoe. So it's a really nice unique design that ASICS have. So it gives you high levels of stability in the Kayano 31, whereas it's a more moderate level of stability in the GT-2000 version 13. They use the guidance system to keep your foot centered in the shoe, but because it's not as soft, they don't need to provide as many stability elements as what you find in the plush cushioning of the 31. Then as we move in towards the upper, you got much more plush, comfortable, sock-like feel upper in the Kayano. You've got a little bit less volume in the GT-2000, and it's also a bit more tapered in the toe box, so it fits in a bit more like you'd see a traditional racing shoe, a bit more snug. We found that it was fitting well for a normal size foot, which we have. We normally have to get extra wide in shoes like the Hoka. That wasn't the case with the GT-2000, but some people might find it a little bit tight. Thankfully both shoes come in a normal wide and extra wide version. Then as we move up the shoe, the tongues are different as well, so both of them are gusseted, so they're stitched into the shoe so they don't move side to side. However, you got a very thin tongue on the ASICS GT-2000 and you've got a padded tongue in the Kayano 31, and all of these features fit in with the weight. So you got a much heavier shoe, about 311 grams for a men's 9 US in the Kayano and about 266 grams in the GT-2000. So overall this is a much lighter, snappier, moderate stability shoe. This is a plusher, heavier shoe, but it gives you more comfort, more stability. So depending on what you want to do, if you want a shoe that you want to stand in for long periods of time and go for longer walks, you get a heavier shoe but a much more comfortable shoe in the Kayano. If you're looking for faster walks, more up-tempo runs with a snappier shoe, then you look at the GT-2000 version 13. If you got any questions on features in any of the shoes, please leave them in the comment section below. If you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel.